back and welcome in for another backstory session. This time we're going to be taking a look at how Scarlet Sentinel and Glider first met. So there is this convention expo that happens in Calvary, and that's where the two of you meet. It's a pretty big comic fan convention. They have an open invite to superheroes. Local heroes can get in for free. They've also got a little green room meet and greet area, as well as there are going to be a lot of heroes there speaking on panels, as well as the comic book artists who capture their stories. It's a pretty cool thing. Not something that you want to miss, and both of you decide to go.
I feel like that had to be it. It had to be like, local heroes get in free. There is no way that Glider got invited by name. Like, Scarlet Sentinel's got a bit of a reputation and, has cryptid status, but nobody knows who Glider is.
So we have Glider taking advantage of the open invite. There's also going to be signings and chances to meet different heroes, which I think both of you would be interested in. Even though she tends to stay out of the spotlight, I'm assuming Scarlet Sentinel decides to come as Scarlet Sentinel as well because free access.
Major Molly Mallet's gonna be there. Of course she's going.
You can't miss a chance to meet your hero. So as the two of you arrive at this convention that's full of both supers and non-supers, just a bunch of people milling around, what do the two of you look like? It's been a minute since we've seen both of you, and I'm also curious, are you doing anything special with your costume because there's this convention going on?
For like a comic expo, my costume I've added a little bit of sparkle, maybe a little glitter tape down my arm, just not super glittery, but red, but just a little sparkle, and then just maybe a little bit sharper with my makeup, and my hair is all done up. Nothing to go super crazy, but my hair is up in my big ponytail, but it's all curled nice, and makeup's done nice. Got that extra little racing stripe down my leather jacket sleeve, and I'm wearing some nice boots, my fancy new biker boots for this special occasion.
Very nice. What about Glider?
I think the only thing special, because her outfit's very homemade, her mom helped her make it, and it's okay. It still looks very she probably is gonna get confused for a cosplayer and not a superhero. But I think she does have on a brand new pair of running shoes, fresh from the shoe store her dad works at. She begged him for these, and they're purple and blue, and they're just really nice, fresh pair of sneaks. And yeah,
So you've both dressed it up just a little bit for this special occasion. So there is a special entrance designated for supers because they have these unique wristbands to be able to differentiate between who's there as a superhero and who is there in cosplay.
Oh yeah.
Since this is kind of an all-day sort of thing, you could arrive at any time. Who gets there first, or are you both arriving at the same time?
Yeah, Glider, I got there right when they opened, and the people, giving wristbands and lanyards, they definitely didn't. They were like, you're dressed as who? From what? It's no, I'm a local superhero. I am. I really am.
Do you mind giving us a demonstration of your powers, just to confirm?
Oh, sure.
We have to ask because sometimes we have people trying to fake their way in through this entrance to get a free ticket.
What? Who would even do that?
So many people.
Yeah, me, the like month before I got my powers tried. Yeah, and I'll do a little run just to show them. Do like a cool pose at the end, trying to be cool.
Roll to unleash your powers.
Oh no. Oh no. Oh no, I forgot. That's a 7.
That is a partial success. Are we taking a condition, or are your powers unstable or temporary?
I think I gotta take a condition. I think I'm insecure. Because they're not impressed. Like, at all.
This is definitely not your fastest run, but it's at least fast enough that it couldn't happen without some sort of power, so they let you in, but you can tell they're not impressed.
Kind of shoos me through the door.
They are not paid enough to care that much.
It's like, it's too early for this.
Could be wearing some wheelies, could just be a really fast person who sprints really fast at school, or a superhero, who knows? Don't want to wait to find out.
Scarlet, when you arrive, you are given a similar challenge to a request to display your powers.
Well, at that point, I assume I'm probably already a little well known. Like, I've been doing it for a year, like maybe 2 or 3 years publicly, but it's just like little things. But when I walk in, I like look side to side, and I see like one of those partition poles, like they're heavy metal ones. I literally pick one up and toss it and balance it on my hand and just kind of like bounce it a couple of times. And then set it back down.
Give me the roll.
And that is freak, right? That would be a 6.
You're able to show off that you are strong, but the super part just isn't there as you go to demonstrate. It's probably one of those moments where your power is fluctuating.
Well, yeah, because remember, I had lost my powers for a while, so they're still kind of coming back. But I'm still working on getting them back to being steady.
The volunteer looks at you for a second and says, I think I've seen you around. You do some work with Kid Phoenix sometimes, right? Yeah, go ahead and take a wristband.
Thank you.
What do the two of you do as you enter the convention hall? It's not overly crowded yet, but it's starting to fill up and starting to really come alive.
Oh, if I'm going real life experience, I always wander first. I get the lay of the land, figure out where some of the best booths are, check out like the times for autograph signing or pictures, where the food is, that kind of stuff.
I'm also wandering very, like, keyed up. Like, them not being impressed really kind of threw me for a loop. But it's like, no, I'm supposed to be here. I'm a local superhero. I'm supposed to be here. They give me a wristband. It's fine. And, but kind of feeling that, like, should I be here? Because, like, I know there's, rooms and the lounge for local superheroes. And, like, I could go in there. And she, like, goes and scopes out the door and like can't walk over there. So I'm kind of just making a loop, just wandering the con.
You see a few heroes you recognize, none of the big names, but they're starting to make a name for themselves. There's also drinks, snacks, comfy chairs. No one really notices you though, and I don't think you've seen Scarlet Sentinel yet. Not that you know to look for her.
Yeah, a little bit later. I don't usually show up right at the start. Usually like maybe an hour in. Let the hardcore folks get in first and then I make my way in.
Trying to keep it low-key as you meander around.
Exactly. And if there's anybody in that line who really wants to meet me at that point, I like it to be not crazy.
As time goes on, the crowd grows. Just lots of people wandering around having fun. Scarlet Sentinel, you are getting some attention because some people recognize you but Glider, you're mostly being ignored, aside from one girl who compliments you on your cosplay.
Thank you. I have handmade the little like G with the speed lines. I have made stickers.
I love it.
So I'm definitely, what's it called? When you sneakily leave merch around.
Angela did that at my wedding.
Swag and seek. Okay, yeah. So I'm just kind of like leaving a sticker here, leaving a sticker there, and if people compliment me, I'm definitely giving them a sticker, and I can kind of see on their face, they're like, "Oh, neat," and then they're like, "What is she from?" Like, that's some arc I didn't read, some movie I didn't see.
They're at least being nice about it, but you can tell no one really recognizes you. And I will say, it's a thing that some heroes will partner with comic book artists to basically transform some of their stories into comics to inspire people or maybe raise awareness for things. So in the signing line, there's a chance to meet both the heroes and the artists, including Molly Mallet, who I assume that Scarlet Sentinel wants to see.
Oh yeah.
And what about Glider? Oh, the problem is I'm bad at waiting. very bad at waiting. Physically, it's hard to wait in lines, and some of these lines are really long. So I think the only one, she's like, okay, I'm not sure I'm gonna be able to wait in all these lines, but it's totally worth it for Major Molly Mallet. And she'll wait in that line.
Oh yeah, Madigan will definitely be in that line once she finishes her routes.
I'm gonna say you both end up in the same line around the same time. So you're next to each other. Hey Glider, how do you react when you realize you're standing in line next to the Scarlet Sentinel?
It's the same when I met Kid Phoenix, that like double take where it's like, oh. And I look forward and I don't look at her. And because I definitely know who she is.
Aren't I on your wall?
Maybe. You don't know that, but yeah, maybe.
I feel like that was something we figured out at some point in like the main story.
Yeah. I support local superheroes. Madigan and Marcus have not been inside Bethany's house yet.
We'll get to that point. We'll all be sitting around your kitchen table, and your mom will be making us pancakes one day.
Sure. Listeners at home, our lovely GM is smirking at that.
You all give me some of the loveliest ideas. I just have to write them down.
Yeah.
Yes.
But yes, Scarlet Sentinel is standing behind me, and she looks so cool. Wow, she's even cooler than she seems in all of the newspapers and the, like, I think at this point you've done, like, one really short, like, a reporter caught you as you were, like, leaving a scene.
Yeah, I try not to stick around for reporters. I don't like that attention.
You couldn't avoid this one.
It's not my thing.
Just them, like, chasing you like paparazzi, like, Scarlet Sentinel! Scarlet Sentinel!
And I'm like, bye! And I hop on my bike and I'm gone. Or I, like, run down, like, an alleyway and up some ladder stairs onto a roof.
So
and
cool.
Get the heck out of there. It's like,
So
oh my
cool.
god, it's the Phoenix! Out of here.
Scarlet, no roll needed. You definitely clock that the super standing in front of you is starting to go all starry-eyed fangirl. What do you do?
Oh, you mean the little cosplayer in front of you?
Oh yeah, because like I have no idea who she is, never seen her before. And again, like everybody else, because it is a homemade, like you can tell it's a homemade costume. Like it's nicely done. It is a well done one, but you can tell it is like a homemade kind of like cosplay level costume rather than the one that she's wearing in the main storyline, where it's a little bit more
Upgraded.
awesome. Yes, upgraded. That's the word. Madigan's like a little like, attention, dang it, like in her head. But I just kind of like looked at her. Again, as we all know, Madigan is very tall. And how tall is Glider? Like 5'2" or something?
Oh, not tall. Way shorter than Scarlet.
Yeah. And Madigan, like when she stands, she's like, she doesn't stand with her hands down at her side. She's either like arms crossed or like that superhero hands on the hips kind of thing. Just kind of a natural pose. Not that I want to like look like a superhero, but that's just like the way she stands. If she's not wearing jeans, she's got no pockets except for her jacket. So hands on the hip, just kind of like casually standing there. Shizu looking at her and just like a smile and a little nod. Unless you say something. Madigan's like not gonna interact, just smile and nod and let her do her thing.
Yeah, internally, I'm like, okay, be cool, just be cool. And I turn back and I kind of look and I'm like, oh, you're Scarlet Sentinel, right?
Yes, that would be me.
Oh, yeah, you're totally Scarlet Sentinel. Hi! Oh, wow, I didn't think you'd be here, but, I mean, you're a local superhero, so of course you'd be here.
Not many people know I'm a little bit of a nerd.
Oh.
Also, we're apparently both big fans of Major Molly Mallet.
Listen, she's the best. I'm so excited to see her.
She's pretty fantastic.
I mean, like, she never misses. Like, any villain tries to get even near her, and she always wins.
Oh, yes. I am a big fan of the strength. She's pretty amazing.
Yeah, but she's smart. 'Cause people are like, oh, it's Major Molly Mallet. All she does is hit stuff with a hammer. No, like, she's always finding her way out of problems.
She's clever, indeed. Absolutely.
I'm Glider. And I hold my hand out to you.
Is
Is
this a comic character?
As I hold my hand out to you, I have the same wristband you do.
I hold my hand, I'm like, oh, you're new.
Oh, I mean...
And I like shake your hand.
And I feel how strong you are.
And I'm like holding back because you're so tiny, but it's like an automatic, very firm handshake.
We do a firm superhero handshake in this line. I mean, I'm strong. Yeah, I mean, I've been on the scene. I've done some work, I think. You know, usually here and there. This is my first convention, so I was excited for that.
They can be a lot.
Oh yeah, so crowded.
It's good to build publicity if you want to have a little bit more of a namesake for yourself.
Yeah.
Are you doing any panels? Like, are you talking at all about anything?
Oh, no, not this time. You know, just so busy scheduling issues. No, I did make some stickers though, and I'll reach in, and my outfit does have pockets, and
like my jacket does, but my pants don't.
Yeah. And I'll pull out a sticker.
The leather doesn't work with pockets.
Your new outfit from the Institute does have pockets.
Oh
yeah, sure.
The current one in this storyline does not have pockets. I glammed it up a little bit.
Yeah, but I very proudly give you a sticker.
I look at the sticker. Not bad. I'll put it on my laptop when I get home and I stick it in my jacket pocket.
Oh, I'm beaming.
So Madigan's laptop is very much like my own, and my husband's laptop covered in stickers. I love stickers.
Who doesn't love stickers?
So yeah, I think we small talk
Makes the line go a little faster.
about Major Molly Mallet.
Yes.
You both chat back and forth about the heroic exploits of Major Molly Mallet, and it does help the time pass, but eventually you realize that the line stopped moving a while ago, and it's starting to get concerning. Also, some of the staff seem a little uneasy, but you can't tell if there's anything obviously wrong. You're not sure why.
Look up in the conversation. I just kind of look above everybody's heads. Do I see anything?
Give me a roll to assess the situation.
Hey, I got a 9.
Alright, you get to ask one.
By going off, like, the uneasiness by the people, by all the chatter I can hear coming from in front of us, what here is the biggest threat?
You start looking around and the crowd shifts enough that you're able to see the tables, and you can see Molly, and she's got her head rested on the table almost like she's taking a nap, but the artist next to her looks worried, and you look further down the table and you see a few of the other heroes also appear to be asleep with their head on the table, and people around them look concerned and confused, and there's something, you can't tell what, on the back of Molly's neck.
Huh. Like, the green thing, does it look metallic-y, or is it just like...
You can't really tell at this distance, but you do know it's attached to the back of her neck somehow.
Okay, so kind of like somebody threw like a mind control ball at her head, like one of those things. Something like that. Or something to knock her out, or whatever. Maybe like a computer thing that might take over her brain.
Something like that. You aren't quite sure at this distance, and it appears that this just happened because no one's really freaking out yet, but you can feel the tone starting to shift as people start to wonder and worry and get the sense that something strange is happening.
Oh no, so it's just like a low-key wave of panic starting to happen.
Yes. Would you like to roll?
Yes. Please. That's a 5. Assess the situation's +0, so that's still a 5. I'm too short. I can't see what's happening.
Yeah, Glider, you can't see or hear anything out of the ordinary, and I think you're still a little overwhelmed about how many people are here and the fact that you're standing next to Scarlet Sentinel and you're going to get to meet Molly Mallet. So, Scarlet, what do you do with this information?
She is going to... Because again, it's not just Scarlet's strength that she is known for. People know she is also quite good with tech. Oh, something I forgot to mention about my costume. So I do also have like a belt. It kind of sits on my hip at an angle, and on the downside angle it's got like a little leather pouch, and I just pull out a little kind of not a phone, but like a little tablet, and I start running a program just to see if I can like detect any tech around that might not be what should be there.
Scarlet Sentinel, is something going on?
Yeah. Pretty much all the suits at the tables are passed out.
What? Oh no.
Don't draw attention to yourself at the moment.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I do that thing where you're like, be chill, but I'm like so stiff.
Put your arms down, Metagirl, a little bit. Don't.
Sorry, I don't.
Yeah.
I don't know why I raised my arms up like that. Okay. Sorry. Panic T-pose.
As you lower your arms, you notice that your watch is missing along with your wristband.
Wait, my stopwatch?
No, it's a wristwatch.
Oh, my wristwatch.
Along with your wristband is identifying you as a local super.
Oh no.
While you're processing that fact and what it could possibly mean, Scarlet, give me a roll to unleash your powers.
That would be a 10.
That's a full success. So what are you specifically trying to do in this instance?
Because I can see the thing on the back of Major Molly's neck, I assume there's got to be some tech and maybe something floating around digitally that I might be able to find?
One of the first things you notice is there's a sort of networked signal connecting all of the wristbands. Like, they've got some sort of RFID chip in them that can be used to access certain areas. It's not enough tech to do any sort of influential thing beyond proving that, yes, I'm allowed to be back here, but it is something. It's a signal, and it's something that can be noticed and tracked.
Oh no! If I leave the building, I can't come back inside!
Kind of like if we were like at Disney, it'd be like one of the watches that you would scan to get onto a ride or something. Okay.
Yes, and you see signs of another program that seems to be targeting or sending physical things to the people after the people wearing hero wristbands.
Huh. Interesting.
Okay. So other superheroes are getting knocked out, and we should try to help Molly, right? I mean, the Major. We're not on first name basis. I don't know why I said that.
We need to figure out where these are coming from before, or honestly what they are, before we even try removing them. Because if we remove them and they're like maybe attached to a brainstem or something, we could really hurt someone.
You see some of the supers in the crowd around you starting to slump to the ground, but the two of you are not yet being targeted. Would you like to roll to assess the situation, Glider, with this new information? You have been listening to Queen City Supers, a graveyard tape-side story using the game Masks. Masks: A New Generation is a superhero role-playing game in which a team of young heroes fights villains, saves lives, and tries to figure out who they are. Featuring Caitlin as Madigan, aka Scarlet Sentinel, the Janus. Jess as Bethany Bertolucci, aka Glider, the Beacon. Ian as Marcus, aka Kid Phoenix, the Doomed. And Brianna Jean as the Keeper and Producer.